Supergirl, The Truth About Krypton Revealed. Yes, this is volume, which they put it on the back 2, which is really volume 5 of the post Rebirth Supergirl. It contains issues number 27 through 33. You really need to read the first volume to get this. It starts right in the middle of a story, which is first volume is 21 to 26. You can kind of skip the stuff before that because once Mark and Draco starts writing this, he kind of just ignores a lot of what was going on before, much like most writers do when they pick up these characters. I mean, Supergirl really just like has terrible continuity overall. I like this. This is cool. Supergirl with the gun. Look at that. She looks awesome. It's Paquette on the art there. Pretty interesting. Most of it's done by Mark Kevin Maguire. But Eduardo Pansica takes over, actually, right here on this issue as a fill-in artist for a bit. And this continues over. The Omega Men are fighting back and trying to, like, recapture their world. Supergirl's fighting with them. She's got this green guy who's been following her around also. She's been trying to uncover, like, what happened to Krypton. Like, I guess Krypton, it's now been revealed, was actually destroyed intentionally rather than just by accident. And there's this circle that's involved, and there's this killer with a big axe. She got the axe. She ended up in space, and that's the backstory to get to here. I really like this artist. I mean, he's the fill-in artist. I wish he did the whole thing. Made very, very dynamic, good stuff all the way around. And yeah, so we are continuing this arc as she, they do the typical, like, your compassion is your weakness. And she goes, no, it's my strength. It's got some Crypto the Superdog action, which I found fun. I really enjoyed that being a part of this. She gets the axe. The axe makes her weird. And then she doesn't kill the bad guy because, I don't know why killing's bad for superheroes, but it is for every superhero these days. And Starfire's brother shows up, and they kind of fight together over the course of this Now, once it turned out that that they weren't winning, the bad guys weren't, they cloned a Supergirl army of, like, zombie monster Supergirl clones that she then has to fight. So pretty cool. Again, just like, this is just knockdown, drag out, punch action with a lot of good art. Like I said, I'm really into the fill-in artist here. Really did a good job. So the kiss here, he's just giving her solar energy because he can store it. It was kind of cheesy, but I like it. I like that too. Actually, this is just great all the way around, I have to say. I didn't know who some of these characters were ahead of time. I mean, I knew who Starfire's brother was, but it worked out. Now, eventually, she wakes up after this whole deal. We're back to it, and we still have Eduardo Pansica doing the art on this. The bad guy shows up. So she recalls kind of all the events that were going on with this whole deal. Look at these beautiful spreads. Oh my gosh. Great art. I mean, this is a slept-on, underrated book right here. I don't know what happened. Most of the time I read Supergirl and I'm like, eh. But this time it was really good. Now, Kevin Maguire comes back on art. You tell I don't like his art style as much. It's just not quite as good for me. Turns out the green guy here, this is his mom, and she's been trying to kill Supergirl, and he was supposed to inform on her. Yay, twist. Like I said, the art kind of drops off quite a bit from the fill-in artist, unfortunately. Yeah, this is, and she goes on a knockdown, drag-out fight with that lady. Now, eventually, she lets that lady escape, and the lady goes back to her home planet, and she has to, like, deal with that. Now, Superboy and Superman, I guess that's Jonathan Kent and Superman, show up. So we get a full super family at this point. They kind of learn about what's going on, and they're all going to go and deal with this whole ordeal together. And the guy with the axe is back. He came out of his prison or whatnot. It's good stuff. Who did the art on this? Is this Kevin Maguire too? He might have stepped up a little more on this issue. Maybe the last one was rushed. It is Kevin Maguire. It is a little better here. He's a little inconsistent. Sometimes he does really good stuff. This is really pretty right here, but I've seen some really not so pretty stuff also. Just, I guess it depends on how much time he has on the page. I like this splash page. Huh. Okay. Eventually they go and they fight this whole creature who's been spearheading this whole deal. You know, Krypton, you know, was destroyed by them, we learn, and it was an evil plot. And eventually Kara handles it. He ends up getting his axe, and then we have another knockdown drag out battle with that. So they end up on Thanagar at the end of this, and it's kind of like the denouement of the whole thing. They kind of like look back in time. See, like sometimes his art, maybe it's the anchor. I don't know. Sometimes I'm not a fan of it. Sometimes like, but that one issue was all right. So it's very, very weird stuff. Then the Legion of Superheroes come. They're like going to be on trial. Legion of Superheroes like stops them from doing that, and eventually she ends up going back home to National City where she's been living. So that's that. You get some nice. Here's Art Germ. I love Art Germ stuff. Nice variant covers in the back. Emmanuel Lupacchino. She does a good job too. She's a good artist. I loved it. These last 2 volumes were some of the best Supergirl I've read, and so I wish it continued. But I think it switches writers the next one again. I don't know why they can't just keep consistent. Well, I know it doesn't sell, but it doesn't seem to matter whether it sells or not, and that's DC's issue with that, I guess. Oh well, it'd be nice to have some consistency, but you know, I guess 2 volumes is pretty good, so I'm happy with that. 8.5 out of 10, really nice stuff and enjoyable. All right, leave a message down below with what you think. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.